Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a fascinating 2024 limited edition of 1,000 pieces in steel from Sinn of Frankfurt, Germany. You're looking at the 103 STTY HD Chronograph, tribute to the 1970s era 103C. In fact, Sinn, which was founded in 1961, began building the original 103 only a few years later during the 1960s, so it's one of the company's oldest continuously produced models. And this one in specific pays homage to the 103C from the 70s, so we get this lovely plexiglass, and it is a genuine plexiglass, a no date, no day date dial. We get a lovely vintage roulette style minute counter, and a timepiece that's actually fairly close in size to the original. In steel with an aluminum bezel, 41 millimeters in diameter. It is 14.8 millimeters thick because this is a manual wind conversion and the standard 103 is automatic. So I measured the standard 103 at 16.7 millimeters. I measured this one at 14.8, so much thinner. From lug tip to lug tip, 47.5 millimeters, and 20 millimeters is the space between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and the strap is quite supple. It's almost as though it doesn't need to be broken in. It's a brand new strap, and you can see I'm not really pulling it that tight, so you can see the lugs are not near the edge of my wrist. So you could wear this on a wrist, I would say, as small as 15 centimeters circumference. My wrist is 16. And yeah, it is better vis-a-vis your cuff than the automatic winding version. It is a thinner watch. The strap is lovely, as you can see, aviator style with leather on leather and perforation, thickly bolstered with a folded edge and a contrasting stitch on the bottom. You can see a little bit more conventional calfskin leather. And then we've got a Sinn branded steel pin buckle, which is both historically true and simple and easy to adjust. We have these angular lugs that have long been a signature of Sinn case designs, and pump style pushers. The crown, oddly enough, is not a screw down crown in spite of the watch professing to be 200 meters water resistant. So I would say this is probably the most water resistant push down crown watch I have ever encountered. The bezel is bidirectional, as it is an aviator style bezel, which means it turns in either direction to be used for timing, but not timing of dives. The watch features a lovely aluminum anodized look for a vintage effect. Yes, you can do ceramic, but it doesn't look right. If you're going for a vintage effect, you want anodized aluminum, and that's something we're seeing more and more as brands looking to get a vintage effect turn back to a technology that was largely phased out during the 2010s. We're turning back from ceramic in many cases. And as you can see, we have plenty of luminescence, including an enormous bezel index, so we can actually time two things concurrently, one with the bezel and then one with the chronograph. This is a true plexiglass crystal, or I should say thermoplastic. It has a lot of off-axis distortion and a huge vaulted camber to it. The dial is no date. There is no day date, and it's a beautiful looking dial with wonderful symmetry to it bilaterally. You can split it side to side, and other than the tachymetric scale, it is symmetrical. You can see we have this dished rejo, or chaptering outboard, that is a tachymetric scale, which you can use with the chronograph to gauge the speed of an object, such as a race car or an airplane around a course. We have applique faceted rhodium-plated steel indices and rhodium-plated steel hands to match, and the watch features a stop seconds function. It has a chronograph with a incredibly crisp cam function cycler. This is probably the best cam feel I've ever experienced. If you asked me to distinguish between this and a column wheel, I could not. It also features an oscillating pinion clutch, which is a type of lateral clutch that has very little play, and because it doesn't stagger or jump on startup, is often mistaken for a vertical clutch. 4 Hertz beat rate, manual wind, Sellita SW510M, M for manual. Remember that the 510 is Sellita's version of the age-old 7750. It's been upgraded, though. Not only has it been stripped down to make it manual, which is neither an upgrade nor a downgrade, but it's got a lot more power reserve than in the past. Traditionally, a 7750 would have 42 to 48 hours of power reserve. This has a solid 63, which I love to hear. So you've got a reasonable amount of manual wind power reserve, so you don't have to worry about the watch going dead if you forget to wind it someday. And a timepiece that absolutely looks the part of an historic re-edition. A really attractive watch, and probably one of the most attractive and distinctive Sinn 103 models. There are a lot of 103s, but among them, this one stands out. A watch from Frankfurt. It's not Glashütte, but it is in its own German watchmaking tradition, and they adjust these in-house, and generally, if you're wondering, they tend to use top-grade movements, which means one step down from chronometer, but materially almost exactly the same caliber as the chronometer grade. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.